guys, this is Yuri from YNC Comics, and today's episode is really important because we are going to talk about the war between the Riddler and the Joker. Yes, that is Batman 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32, which leads us to the story of the proposal. So, between the proposal, which was Batman 24, we have the storyline of the war between the Riddler and the Joker. And here is Batman 28, and I want to show you, I have two covers for the same comic book. This is the story where Detective Gordon meets with both the Joker and the Riddler. And the reason why he's meeting with them is because he wants to find peace. He wants to make them understand that they are destroying Gotham and they need to find peace. But of course they ignore him. And meanwhile, Catwoman, who has not picked a side, she is not on the Riddler or the Joker's side, is making a fortune by stealing from everybody and taking advantage of the whole war. Nobody's paying attention to her. So, anyway, between this whole war, we have Deathstroke and Deadshot going at it as well, having a mini war between each other, and in the process, they create chaos in the city and have a lot of casualties. They kill a lot of people along the way. Of course, 5 days go through about this war between Deathstroke and Deadshot until Batman arrives and is able to stop them and beat the heck out of them to make them stop. But of course, our man or Dark Knight goes and saves the day. Alright, that was Batman 28. Now we go to Batman 29, and I want you to see I have two covers as well. And this one, we have our billionaire, Mr. Bruce Wayne, meeting with the Joker and the Riddler. And of course, he invites them for dinner. He invites them over for supper. But the Riddler and the Joker are actually trying to keep it together just to listen to what Bruce Wayne has to say. But inside of them, it's killing them. They just want to kill each other. And of course, they listen to Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne has a proposition. He offers them the option to give him a reason of why they deserve to kill the Batman. And whoever gives them the best reason of why they want to kill the Batman, he will give them $1 billion. Of course, it is all a little plan that Mr. Wayne has put together because he wants to find out whose side to pick, to join, to help end this war. And at the end of the day, the Joker in the dinner says, pretty cocky of him, but he says, in reality, the one who deserves to kill the Batman, it's me, the Joker, because everybody knows me. I am the Joker, come on. The Riddler, nobody knows who the Riddler is, and he's right. This is probably one of the first comic books where we hear and know more about the Riddler than any other comic book, or the longest story where the Riddler is a big main character in there. So the Joker is right, and it ends. The dinner ends. Everybody goes on their way, and Bruce Wayne goes into his Batcave and realizes that he needs to join the Riddler's side. Why? Because he's not as insane as the Joker. And it will probably help him end this whole war against the Joker and eventually end the war between the Joker and the Riddler and keep the city safe. Alright, so that was Batman 29. Then we go to Batman 30. And again, I have two covers, as you can see right here. And this one is a little bit different. Do you remember Kite Man? In the beginning of this whole war, war between Riddler and the Joker, there is a child that gets killed, and that is the Kite Man's child. Well, he is having a bad day in this comic book. We hear more about the Kite Man. He gets beat up by the Joker because he failed to kill the Batman, and he is going at it again. He has to be on the Joker's side. He is the last man standing on the Joker's army, but eventually gets captured by Batman, who beats him up, and eventually the Kite Man gives up and he says, forget it, I am not gonna try to defeat Batman and Riddler now, just forget it. He gives up to Batman, and they interrogate him, when he realizes that the Riddler is now part of Batman's allies, Kite Man ends up giving them important information about the Joker whereabouts. And well, my friends, Kite Man is seen in this whole storyline, he is seen as a weak character. He is not a strong man, but he has a fighting spirit. He never gives up, and that's good to know. Alright, so he gives up, he's no longer in the Joker side, and we go back to Batman 31. This, again, I have two covers. You can see here what's going on. The Joker is getting stronger, but now everything comes to an end. Why? Because now, thanks to Kite Man's intel, all the information he provided to Batman and Riddler, they know where the Joker is hiding. And Riddler and Batman set up a plan to go after the Joker and get everything set up so that they can finish this war once and for all. Well, this is what happens, my friend. They find the Joker and they send Catwoman first because, you know, she's sneaky, she's a cat. And she's able to jump into the building where Joker is and realizes that there is no traps. Of course, she gets herself injured and she ends up flying out from the windows of this building. But she is able to provide information to Batman and Riddler, who later on follow into the building and go crazy. But the one who goes crazy, of course, is the Riddler. He betrays the Batman once he's inside and he sees the Joker and starts beating Joker up, and the Riddler's army starts going at it too. Lucky for them, Batman already anticipated this betrayal by Riddler and sets off the parachutes that the villains had in their suit thanks to Kite Man. So as you can see, Mr. Kite Man saves the day with Batman. The armies of the Riddler end up flying out of the window, and now Batman is able to confront the Riddler and the Joker by himself. Of course, both of them are fighting Batman now, and eventually the Riddler decides, hey, wait a minute, I have an idea. Let me give up. If I give up, maybe then the Joker will laugh. Because after all, that is the reason why this whole war begun, to make the Joker laugh. Alright, so Batman is going at it, the Riddler stops, and when Batman realizes what the whole world is about, he gets upset, gets a machete, and goes after Riddler. And he stabs Riddler. But he's not stabbing Riddler, actually. What he ends up doing is he ends up stabbing, you guessed, the Joker. And that's where Batman 32 picks up in that fight and that scene. And what happens here is that they're going at each other, but when the Riddler is about to get stabbed by Batman, the Joker pushes the Riddler aside and gets stabbed instead. And guess what happens? The Joker starts laughing out loud because he thinks this is hilarious. And of course, Edward, or the Riddler, is kind of like confused, but at the end, he made the Joker laugh. And in this whole scene, Batman is confused. He's like, what's going on here? I tried to kill Riddler and you saved him. You were trying to kill him. What's going on here? And at the end of the day, he asks Joker, what's going on? Why did you defend him? Why did you get stabbed instead of him? And the Riddler tells the Joker tells Batman, do you know the difference between a riddle and a joke? And Batman says, no. Well, when you find the difference between those two, you will know why. And that's how this story ends. But remember that in Batman 24, Bruce Wayne proposed to Selina Kyle. Well, on Batman 32, towards the end, Batman ends the story of the Joker and the Riddler war to Selina Kyle, and he starts telling Selina, I don't know, what makes me different from a villain? And Selina pretty much tells him, you know what, who cares? And she pretty much manipulates him. That is my version. She manipulates him into proposing once again. And the answer to the question is a big yes. That's right, my friends. Selena Kyle said yes to Bruce Wayne's proposal. Catwoman said yes to Batman. And yes, it went from Batman 24, the proposal, all between these storylines until 32 to find out that she said yes. Well, I really wonder where the storyline is heading. I do hope, I know she said yes, but that doesn't mean they're gonna get married. A lot of things can happen between now and tomorrow, you know. Alright, stay tuned if you want to read more about this storyline. I did not enjoy so much the story between the Joker and the Riddler, but I like the Joker, I like the Riddler, so hey, why not? Something different. Alright, this is it for today. This is Julie from YNC Comics. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Until next time.